Okay, so now that well, anyways, I want to start making videos on my life and stuff, and today I want to go over my medical diagnoses, I don't know, how do you say that? Anyways, because I have quite the medical history, but I was fat and skinny and fat and skinny and fat, skinny and fat, skinny when I was younger, like 3, 4, 5. And I gained weight, lose weight. My mom didn't know what was going on, and I actually ate really healthy. I ate like meat and salad and stuff, and my brother was the one who would eat like the pasta and shit like that. But anyways, so my mom took me to the doctor when I was super young, and they were like, well, she's too young to have anything, but they tested me for my thyroid, and but they tested for the wrong thing. I can't exactly remember if it was T4, free T4 or T free T, anyways. They didn't test me for the right thing, and so I went undiagnosed until I turned 13, and I had these 3 stretch marks on my back, and my mom was like, this is not right. And so we went into the doctor because I was fat, super fat. Anyways, went into the doctor, and lo and behold, I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and that's just hypothyroid. It's just a type of it. But again, I was told I was too young to have anything wrong with me, and when I went on medication, I lost like 50 to 75 pounds between my 8th grade and my 9th grade year, and that's another video I'm going to make, or whatever, live, about my addiction and what happened when I lost weight and all that stuff. But anyway, so then when I hit 15, I started getting these really fucking horrible stomach aches. And I went in and I had a colonoscopy at 15. I had all this shit. And again, they said I was too young to have anything wrong with me. And when I got clean and sober, when I went into CSAP when I was 20, I luckily had one of my peers in CSAP come with me, and she advocated for me to have a CAT scan of my stomach, and I had a gallbladder packed full of stones, and they told me that I was too young to have that, and it was so bad that the stones were grinding down into sand. And I mean, these stomach aches would like put me over on my stomach, like I was down like the whole day. And I guess that's from like passing a stone or whatever. But and then so I had my gallbladder out when I was 21 years old, and so between like 18 to 23, I would get these really bad headaches, and these headaches would make my vision go tunnel, and I would lose hearing, and I would pass out basically. And when I would use, my headaches would go away. So I didn't even, anyways, so when I got clean and sober again, I was with my ex, Brendan, at the time, and my mom was like, go into the hospital, advocate for yourself, tell them that you're not drug seeking, tell them that you're on Suboxone, because I was on Suboxone at the time. And I went in and got a CAT scan of my head, and of course they told me I was too young again, and said that nothing could be wrong. And after the CAT scan, they were like, oh yeah, you have a bulge in your brain. So after I got that, I ended up going to a oncologist and a neurologist, and got an MRI of my brain, and I have a tumor wrapped around my pituitary gland, and it goes down into my right cavernous sinus, and it wraps around another major artery in my brain. So after that, I was booked for surgery to have my brain tumor removed, but when they went in, because they didn't want to, even the smallest amount of touch to a pituitary gland or in your brain at all can cause damage, and they didn't want to make me be on hormones for the rest of my life or whatever. So anyway, so they took out as much as they could, which was not a lot, and but they tested it, and I have a very rare brain tumor that causes acromegaly. In children that are diagnosed with this, it's called gigantism. And in adults, it's called acromegaly, which is what Andre the Giant had and what Andre the Giant died of, which I believe it was like an enlarged heart and whatever. So acromegaly, what it does is it attacks your soft tissue. So my hands will always be swollen. No matter how much weight I lose, there'll always be at least some damage. I have carpal tunnel because of it. It can disfigure your face. Andre the Giant's face was super disfigured. But after my surgery, my oncologist, which is a cancer doctor, booked me in for gamma knife radiation. And when you get gamma knife radiation, you have a physicist, and they come in and do all the mathematics to pinpoint that area in your brain so the gamma knife radiation can go and do what it's supposed to do. But it takes 3 to 5 years for that to even work. And after I got my gamma knife radiation, oh yeah, because of this tumor I wasn't able to get pregnant. And after I had my surgery and gamma knife, they told me, be careful now, you're going to be able to get pregnant. And I didn't believe them. Anyways, and at 27, I got pregnant with my son, my oldest, Quinn. And at 29, I relapsed, which is a different story and a different video I'll make. But anyways, my biggest point to making this is because unfortunately our health system, especially if you have addiction in your past, is going to label you as drug seeking and a hypochondriac and all this stuff. And if I hadn't advocated for myself in all these instances, I would have died by now. And I am lucky enough that gamma knife and stuff worked, so I have 2 beautiful children. And I made a live earlier about, well anyways, just thank you guys for all the prayers. My youngest is running in. But he's been so much better today. And yeah. Yeah. And he's, I mean, so much less crying today. And thank you. He ate his pizza. He ate all the cheese off his pizza and the sauce, which he likes to do. So I'll just put that over here. But he's been very happy today, huh? Do you want to come say hi? Here's my little guy. He's got frosting all over his face. But this is my youngest son, Lachlan, who has autism. Yay! But thank you guys for the prayers and stuff. It's been hard. It's been really hard. But today's been a lot better. Yeah. He's nonverbal. But anyways, that is my medical history. And I will make a live soon about my addiction. Probably don't want to have my kids in the room and stuff for that. Yeah, I mean, they lived it, so it's not like a surprise for them. But there's stuff in my past from when I was a teenager that happened that I don't really want my oldest to hear yet, because he's not prepared for that. But anyways, I love all you guys and all the support. I appreciate you guys so much. I got 4 months clean and sober, so. But okay, I'm coming. I gotta go, and thank you guys, and I love you.